Hey gamers, Maniac here. This is a bit of a follow-up video. Particularly, we're going to be showing you, well, we've already shown you how to make the most out of your PokeBall Plus for when you're playing a game like Pokemon Go or Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu with it. However, that video was filmed before the release of Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield this year, and there is PokeBall Plus functionality in both Sword and Shield. So we're going to show you specifically some things you can do with those games, how it functions, and that sort of thing. So stay tuned. The first thing you want to know is basically, since we're going to be transferring stuff into and possibly out of the Pokeball, we need to know if there's anything in the Pokeball. And the way to know if there's something in your Pokeball is to take the thumbstick button and push down on it for a couple of seconds. Only tap that. Now, it flashed red, which tells me that there's nothing in this ball. There's no Pokemon in there currently, so keep that in mind. Pokemon Sword running for demonstration purposes. This is running in docked mode right now, but this will work in tablet mode, and certainly this will also work with your copy of Pokemon Sword, Shield if you prefer to use that. Now, in order to get the best use out of a Pokeball Plus functionality, you can't use this as a controller in this game. It's not designed to function that way. However, once you have your controller ready, push the X button to bring up the menu. And then from there, we're going to select the mystery gift option, which is on the bottom of the screen. Once we're in mystery gift, we're going to tell it we want to take a stroll with the Pokeball Plus. And it tells us to push the top button or the control stick on the Pokeball Plus itself. So let's do that. Now, you might have to tap this twice depending upon range and what you've been doing with the ball recently. But once it connects to the console, it should vibrate. You can't see that vibration, but I felt a vibration just now. Okay, and then we're going to, so now this is now connected. We're going to talk to this and tell it what Pokemon we want to put in the ball. You can basically put any Pokemon that you currently have, whether it's in your active party or something that you have in one of your Pokemon boxes. Basically, any Pokemon that you've captured are eligible at any time to be put in the ball. So here's a Butterfree. Here's a Galarian Weezing. What else we got here? We got Pikachu. I got this from playing Let's Go. Eternius. Okay, I got my starter in here too. A little Tox. Fighting type. You know what? Let's just do a Pikachu. All right, he's the mascot. So we're going to tell it we want to transfer Pikachu to the Pokeball. So we're going to select that. We don't have to do anything in the ball. We don't have to tap anything because the ball is still connected. So we're just simply going to hold on to the ball, but we don't have to tap anything or push anything. It's connected to the ball right now. That was not from the TV. That sound came from the ball. Because, all right, we'll leave this up for right now. We're going to leave that up for right now because that can stay running in that state. It's perfectly fine. But Pikachu is now in this ball. So what do you say we take it for a stroll? Okay, so we left the game running for demonstration purposes. But if you want to save your game, put your switch into standby, turn it off, whatever, that's all perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with any of that. But since there's no reason for us to turn it off for right now, because we're doing the demonstration, we're leaving it running. So right now, Pikachu is in this ball. And how do I know this? You can simply just tap and hold the stick. And you can see it's glowing yellow and it's staying glowing yellow right now. That is the indicator for the Pokemon that's in here. And there's lots of things that you can actually do with this. Now, even if this is not connected to Pokemon Go, it still has an internal step counter that will immediately start counting as soon as the Pokemon's been transferred to it. So as you're walking, whether it's on or what in this state or whether it's off, the Pokeball will continue to track all of your steps as you're moving. I guess Pikachu wants to play. So let me show you a couple of ways on how to play with any Pokemon that you want in the game. Now that we've currently got the ball active, there's a couple of things that you can actually do with it to register. And that was just one of them. You can see I'm shaking the ball right now. And Pikachu is responding to it. There's also two other things that you can do. You can actually take the thumbstick and without pushing down on it, you can actually move the thumbstick in one or the other direction. And depending upon how many times you do that, there's the response right there. that registers as enthusiastic play, and you can actually get more items for doing that. For those of you interested in using this thing primarily as a Pokemon Go Plus, you certainly have that option. Now, we've already done a video previously where we've connected the Pokemon Go Plus, or we've shown you how to connect the PokeBall Plus to Pokemon Go, and unfortunately it's not showing up on my camera very well. But even if you have a Pokemon of any type in the ball, and we've still got Pikachu inside here, so keep that in mind, you can still use this as a Pokemon Go Plus, and you'll actually earn in-game items and rewards for using the ball as a Pokemon Go Plus while there's a Pokemon inside of it. If you intend to use this thing as a Pokemon Go Plus, basically in conjunction with Pokemon Go, I would recommend having your wrist strap affixed, just so when you're obviously I don't know what you would call that, the ring finger attacher. It's just more comfortable for me to hold the ball in this configuration as I'm walking or jogging than it is to do an alternate way. So keep that in mind. Okay, we're back from our walk, and we've walked about 1 kilometer playing some Pokemon Go, mostly just for hatching eggs, not really catching anything. My Pokemon box is currently full. So we did a couple of activities with this ball. What do you say we see what we've earned in the game itself? So in order to put your Pokemon back in your game, you're going to tell it to go back to the mystery gift menu and tell it take a stroll with PokeBall Plus again. It's going to ask you the same thing. Please, tap a button on the controller so it can connect to the controller. And as soon as it vibrates, hopefully it's going to vibrate. Yep, it just vibrated. And it made a sound that Pikachu's in there. And it says who's in there. And do I want it to come back? And I'll say yes. And now it's going to connect to the ball and take the data that was collected. It's going to display all the data that was connected. It's going to tell me my steps, how many times we played, what we did in Pokemon Go, that sort of thing. There was no call out. Sometimes when you make steps and stuff like that, your Pokemon might call out to you, in which case you can hit the thumbstick. But that's basically all that happens. And here's a list of all the in-game rewards that I got. And these rewards are now mine, and I can keep them. It kind of sucks that you don't earn experience for your Pokemon in this procedure. You only earn items. I believe that in Pokemon Let's Go, you can actually earn experience for your Pokemon and level them up while the game is not active. However, this game uses alternative ways to level up your Pokemon over time. I think it's the Pokejobs or what does that. So, yeah, now I guess all we're going to do now is save the game and move on. So I get some free items. That's how you play this. That's what you do. Yep, there you go. Until next time, guys, my name is Maniac with GamingSuccess.net. Take care, over and out.